This is Bearded Bar Talk.
What's going on, guys? Mike Stone here.
And this is Stevie P, and you're watching
Bearded
Bar Talk. That all up. Hey, who gives a shit? It's one of them days. I'd like to take a second to introduce our special guest, our football analyst,
Casper. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing out there?
Crazy Casper.
Crazy good.
So we're watching the Ironbowl. Holy shit, what a game.
Right, what a fucking game.
Like, wow.
If the first half is anything like the second half, we're in for a great game.
If the first half is anything like the second half,
It's going to be fucking amazing.
it's going to be over 100 points.
Well, I will say that Alabama gets the ball back at the half.
They do.
But
How about that last second field goal?
That last second field goal, though, bro?
no,
Man, they shouldn't have had that 1 second, bro.
what y'all want to talk?
Shouldn't have had that 1 second. Why is always getting this 1 second shit? I'm trying to be unbiased.
It takes 1 second.
One second.
One second.
1 second.
They always want
It's
that
over.
1 second, right?
Well,
Fuck, man.
Auburn's 1 second chumps right now.
Yeah, guys.
They getting, but Bo Nix is putting that ball where it needs to be, and them receivers.
No, that last
But-
drive that got him the touchdown was a phenomenal drive. It really was.
But the thing about it is can he keep it up in the second half like he has?
So it depends. I mean, it really depends on.
I still stick to what I said. He did it against Oregon.
But yeah, but guess what? That was the very first game of the season. Guess what has he done since then?
Mm-hmm.
Choking.
And guess what? And I hate to say this because it kind of hurts when I say this. He's going against Nick Saban.
Right.
And Nick Saban is always makes seconds, half.
Right.
adjustments.
Alabama is always in the second half too.
And they'll figure out a way to stop him. And again, I hate to say this, but I figure they're gonna stop him somehow, some way. They're gonna get to him more than what they've been doing.
You think so, man?
I do.
It's gonna be a hell of a second half. That's for
It's
sure.
going to be a
Nick
hell of
Saban
a
is
second
a-
half.
is a
That's
second
one
half.
thing that we can guarantee is it is going to be a hell of a second half
Yeah, for sure.
for sure.
How about that Georgia game?
The high school game that we watched earlier
Right.
today. It was like Friday Night Lights watching it.
Hey,
But
listen, yeah, I knew we were going to blow out Georgia Tech, but it's 3 turnovers. Okay, 3 fucking turnovers. We lost Swift. Well, how about Dan Pickens?
Notice we didn't do a live during the halftime Georgia.
Because it was Georgia Tech.
Exactly. This is the Iron Bowl we're talking
Well,
about
in
here.
halftime
This
shows
is
they
the
talk about-
matchup.
And halftime shows, they talk about the other games briefly.
yeah, we analyze
This
it.
isn't every other halftime show.
We analyze it, yeah. But
analyze it.
because it was anal to watch. I'm just saying. It
Well,
kind of hurt.
I
to watch
enjoyed it, especially
Of
when
course you enjoyed it. Why would you
15-7.
not enjoy it?
It was great.
Yeah, if Alabama was beating the shit out of Auburn right now, like 40-something to 7, I would enjoy it too.
You want to go that way? So since you want to talk about other games, my team, the Gators, played Florida State later on tonight at 6:30.
SEC.
So,
SEC.
I can't wait for that because I cannot stand Florida State.
No, I can't
Yeah.
either, man.
So you know what I mean?
Them
I
pussy
can't
ass
either.
Knowles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
the
Any of y'all watching that shit? Your team's a bunch of.
I mean, they don't go.
Where'd you come from?
They don't. Oh, they.
Right.
I'm sorry. Well, hold it down. Where'd you come from?
They're just sitting right out there.
Ninjas.
Ninjas.
They're
ninjas.
Anyway, back to the Iron Bowl.
But I do have this real quick. You know
Oh,
what?
wait. Real quick. Hold that thought. How about picking slamming nobody's head in the wall?
Oh man, nobody cares about that.
That's
bro.
pretty funny.
No, and you know
funny.
what? It's
No,
only funny.
no.
It's only funny because he did it, but it was a selfish move.
Oh, no doubt.
To fight somebody.
No, what was funnier was the Georgia Tech guy with the paper bag over his head. That was the funniest part. Okay.
I mean,
Well,
I
that's
know
'cause he
Georgia's
knew it
been
was
that way
coming.
too. Back in the day, they were like that the same way. People
Well,
wore bags over their head
no,
when
we
they were
didn't.
Georgia fans.
No, they didn't.
I mean, they still do, kind of.
No, they don't. Yeah. No, they don't. Anyway, Iron Bowl. We're gonna get off the subject.
One second. You know what? Cheers, guys. We have
Hey,
Here's to a
cheers!
great day with you guys having a great.
Go Dogs!
So,
Roll Tide.
It's Alabama game.
It's the Alabama game, man.
Yeah. So.
So what do you think needs to happen in the next half for Alabama to win the game? I mean, what do you think has to happen? What does Alabama have to do differently?
Penalties.
I agree, man. And I said that when we first started watching the game, is the penalties have shot us in the foot all season long.
Penalties.
All season long.
I think penalties is what has kept Auburn in this game right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Surprisingly. And Auburn's defense.
Auburn's defense is stacked up.
they need to put pressure on Nix. Nix has got too much time back there to do what he wants to.
I agree.
And he's finding open guys. He's throwing it where he wants to. You got to put pressure on him so that way he knows what it feels like, in an Ironbowl. And he's a freshman. He's never had this. So if you're not putting pressure on him, he just feels like it's any other game. This is the Iron Bowl.
It's the Iron Bowl.
You got to put pressure on him.
Put pressure. Have somebody always blitzing.
Yes.
Always. Trying to get past that line.
The same way they're doing. If you look at what Auburn's doing, they are hitting.
They're hitting every single play. And I gotta give it to the Mac attack over here, okay? Because he's getting hit and still making good throws.
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
While he's getting hit.
He's standing in there and he's taking some blows. Even that one flop, he tried to do a little flop. He tried, but what I mean. But he, like you said, he's showing. Everybody was so worried. They kept saying, you know what? They were like, hey, you know what? Mac attack is not this, not that. Everybody's worried about it. He is showing how tough he is.
Yeah, he was showing how tough he is.
If Alabama pulls this out, that's going to be something that Alabama needs to take into the next.
Yeah,
if they make it to the next, and a 4. So I think we can. You can look at this. I mean, they're gonna. If
you'd known if you'd have been here, guy.
It's a top 6. If the top 6 stay the way they are right now,
you left, man.
That's what I was looking for. How'd you know what I was looking for?
What happens when
I was looking for that.
What happens when you leave? You get a flag on the play.
On the play.
So as much as you,
thank God the camera didn't fall.
Without you, because you try not to be biased.
I try, man. I try my best.
We talked about this earlier with Utah. Utah plays against Colorado, which is a Pac-12 team.
Right.
If they win out and win against Oregon in the Pac-12 championship, does that mean they get to jump Alabama because they won their conference? Because Georgia's going to lose.
Whoa.
They're going to lose that LSU.
Whoa.
No, okay, so...
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves here, guys.
The question at hand, okay, if Utah wins the conference, right, I feel like they might deserve to go because they're a one-loss team right now? Okay, but they won their conference championship, man.
And they beat
I've said this on podcasts before. I feel like that they should extend how many slots they have in this college football playoff, just because people that do win out their conference should be a part of the college football playoff. It should happen.
Yeah.
Regardless,
you have most definitely argued that point.
Yeah, multiple times. Because it should happen, man.
I think football fans have always argued that.
Yeah.
That is something that football fans have always sit there and said, well, my team won my conference. Well,
your conference sucks.
Yeah,
you know what though? Even though you say a conference sucks, it doesn't matter. They won out their conference.
Hey, I get it.
They could be a one-loss team, like Utah, or it could be because Alabama's a one-loss team as well. Or Minnesota.
If you want to go that route, just like this. Does Clemson play a cupcake schedule? Yes. Okay, but guess what? But it takes a good team to go undefeated, regardless of
because you're right, there's still upsets.
Yes. Look at what happened against North Carolina. Did anybody think that was going to happen?
No.
But guess what? If they would have beat them, you would have been like, oh my, this and that.
That's Clemson would have been out of the race.
Yeah. What I'm saying is,
right? No, they would have, but
what I'm saying is, it's still to go undefeated in your conference.
It's still something. Bro.
It's still something. It gives you something, no matter what. Even if it's a cupcake.
Right. Even if it's a cupcake season, you still won out your conference.
Yeah.
Man.
Because
you still did better than everybody else in your conference.
They play just as hard as you do.
Right.
So you give the credit.
Right. No, you give the credit where it's due. Right.
All right. So
I agree.
What do you think Auburn has to do to win this game?
I think they need to watch those slants, man. You said it, bro. Watch those slants. Watch those screens.
They got to establish the run.
They're not doing anything on the run.
No,
and that's one thing that Alabama has been doing.
Yeah.
They've been giving
Nazi hurling, motherfucker.
They've been giving, yeah, right. Superman in them hoes.
Superman in them hoes.
You see that shit? You got to be able to run the ball.
I think their front seven needs to put more pressure on Jones.
Jones?
Really? See, I think
they're putting him every time.
I'm about to say, I think they're putting enough pressure on him.
But they're not putting on him because guess what? They're not getting to him before he throws the ball.
But that could just be a good quarterback because there's one play in particular that I saw was a touchdown pass. The guy rolled off, man, immediately. As soon as the ball was snapped, the Auburn defensive player rolled off and literally laid in to the Mac attack. But he got the ball off, man. I think he's a better quarterback than most people give him credit for.
Okay, you think he's better than Tua?
No.
Yes.
I don't. I think he is.
And this is the reason why. As your analyst, I did some research stuff of that. They actually say right now they got him as in the top 10 quarterbacks going into NFL draft. And if you went back, yes. And if you went back to the A game, okay, which is the spring game for Alabama, he outdid Tua with the second team.
Right. So there's something that I gotta say though. Okay, Nick Saban knows a leader. Okay. So I'm not saying that Mac Jones might not be a better football player. But it doesn't take just a good football player to play quarterback.
Right.
You have to be a leader. You have to be able to rally your entire team in those, fourth and shorts, in those 2-minute drills, stuff like that. You have to be able to rally the team.
Absolutely.
And I feel like Tua's better at that, man.
I agree with that because you got to put it in the person's hands and say, guess what? You go win the game.
You win the game, right.
You go get the first down.
Right, exactly.
All right,
Yeah.
Who's better, Bo Nix or Mac Tack?
It depends. Are we doing base all season, or are we doing because I feel like that's unfair.
It's
Today.
unfair
because
We'll say today.
Because Mac hasn't played all season.
Yeah.
We'll say today.
Mac hasn't been playing, but since Tua got hurt.
We'll
I would say
today.
I can't. Honestly, both quarterbacks are playing.
They're playing
best
phenomenal.
Games.
No,
their
for
best
real.
games today. I
I
can't
think
do that.
I honestly have to disagree because I think that because Alabama with Najee Harris has been able to establish the run better. I think that is what's given them the upper hand, which all the quarterback does handball.
I don't know, man. Mac has played some good football today, man. He's got the ball off a lot. He scored some touchdowns.
Okay, I can count 2 touchdowns.
Right, at least,
Hold
bro.
on. I can count 2 touchdowns. One of them was a running back that ran it in. The other one was a kickoff return. What's the score? They scored more touchdowns than just those 2 that he threw.
He threw it in there,
touchdowns
bro.
in there.
He's got it. Now, okay. I'm not going to say they all weren't thrown into the end zone. Okay, I will say that there was a couple that he
31,
was
I believe.
ran in after the receiver got the ball, but it still goes to the quarterback, man. The quarterback,
Right.
man, I think Mac's doing a good job, man.
So it's 2 and 2. If you go that,
I think Bo Nix is playing better than Mac, personally. He's put that ball where it needs to be. I know the receiver.
Yeah, no, he has, man. But I feel like you said, there's no pressure.
He's
not getting any pressure, bro.
Right,
So I don't feel like
he's playing as a better throwing quarterback today than I think that the Mac.
I think Mac Attack is because he's shutting everybody up who said he could be a quarterback.
Valid point.
He is sitting there telling you know what, y'all
Watch me.
Y'all sit there and said I can't
Watch
lead this
me.
team.
Don't believe me? Watch this.
He said, y'all can't. You don't think I can lead this team and make it like we are and show that we belong where we're gonna
right.
go.
Just watch.
Watch this.
Watch
Watch
this.
this. Watch this. I'm gonna take a hit and I'm gonna get
And
up
still
and
get the
walk off.
ball off and go directly to where you need to go.
Right.
I'm just saying, like that.